What can I do about false accusations? Now that's a big question. My co-parent accused me of negligence. And my father, I think, accused me of molestation of child, I think is what she's saying. CPS declared unfounded. Co-parent hired private investigators.
So her father would be the child's grandfather?
I guess. It seems odd that her co-parent and her own, I don't know if it's her own father or father-in-law. Usually it's like the other parent and that parent's mom or dad are usually ganging up on the other parent. You know what I mean?
Or a brother or a cousin or something.
Yeah. Co-parent hired private investigators. Accusation. My mother had to go to therapy after officials completed their investigation. Of course, found nothing. The co-parent filed a restraining order against my father and lied to the judge. Holly, you got a lot going on. She even sent child's medical records that stated molestation was not there. My father had CPS letter of unfounded. Flight tickets showing we didn't have the child the day of molestation. It sounds like good evidence. And it sounds like alibi and police reports. The judge told my father that he didn't have time to listen to him and granted the restraining order.
Whoa.
Yeah, that we appealed, but we didn't know about the court reporter and record of appeal. Oh, hopefully they had a court reporter. So our appeal didn't go through. Our child has asked for my father many times, but he can't see him because of what co-parent did. What can be done, or what can I do to prevent my co-parent from doing harm to my family again? Was it her father that was accused?
Yes. Well,
accused her father of molesting the child. Oh, I see. Accused her of negligence for allowing her father, the kid's grandfather, to have access to it. I see.
That's the way I read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. So now her question is, how can she get her dad, the kid's grandpa, to see the child? Isn't that her question?
I don't think there's anything that can be done. She appealed it, lost.
Oh, we're talking to the father here. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but so he's already appealed this and lost the appeal. So there's really no way to go back and deal with that.
So the reason why grandpa can't see the grandchild is because of the restraining order, right?
Correct.
So when enough time passes, he can, I mean, at some point the restraining order is going to end.
Maybe.
Usually they're what, like 5 years?
Yeah, 3 or, could be anywhere from
3 or 5.
6 months to 5 years.
Yeah.
But, the restraining orders can be renewed
Sure.
without any cause. You don't need a reason to ask for an extension. And depending on the judge, it may get renewed.
So how long ago was this? Is your name Holly? It's a 5-year restraining order. How many years into it are you? What I was thinking is, if mom requests to renew the restraining order, what strategy would you use to try to convince the judge to not renew the restraining order? You probably wouldn't want to relitigate the accusations, I'm guessing. You've already litigated them. That's a done deal. You'd want to litigate new issues, like going forward, there's no problem. What do you think?
Yeah, you don't even get an opportunity to relitigate it. And in fact, the court, sometimes these judges say, well, are you asking for the extension? Yes. Okay, that's all I need to hear.
Done deal, yeah. Open and close, yeah.
Right. Other judges will kind of be like, I need to look at this. And
the reason why that's a relevant question is to because it sounds like they're saying, no, this didn't happen. And that's going to affect your strategy, because What are the chances a judge, what would a judge need to hear if there was any chance at all a judge would say, okay, I'm going to not renew the restraining order? What would the judge need to hear? He'd probably want to hear something about rehabilitation, going to some sort of offender program or something like that, right? He'd want to know grandpa is now a good guy and this isn't going to happen again. But would grandpa go through all those classes and everything if he's saying, no, I'm innocent? You know what I mean?
I think that's as good as it gets. But again, it's really going to depend on who the judge is. The good news is it's a long restraining order, so the likelihood that you're going to have the same judge is pretty slim.
And that gives you more time. So he's 3 years into it. He's got 2 more years. What do you want to do for the next 2 years to prepare to convince the judge to not renew the restraining order? There are sexual offender classes that you can take. Whether your father is willing to take those or not, that I don't know. Whether it would even be helpful or not, that I don't know either. What if there's new evidence? What if there's new evidence that wasn't available at the time of the restraining order? Like if the child recants or whoever made the allegation. It sounds like maybe it wasn't the child. If there's a new evidence that comes to light.
Yeah, that's about as good as I can guess at this point.
Yeah. So is there anything you can do now about it? Like terminating the restraining order now? We have videos on this, actually. If you look through the YouTube channel or My Court Coach, we have videos on how to terminate an existing restraining order prior to it, the time frame being completed.
The restrained party could file the motion. It's just it usually doesn't work.
Yeah.
Not without cooperation from the other side, which I don't think is going to happen.
Right.